We started Loans Canada 10 years ago, and we were the first loan comparison site in Canada. We've grown since then, we've morphed, and we've turned into a financial education platform where people can get all sorts of information about loans, credit, and find products that will suit their individual needs.
Scott Satovs is the CEO of Loans Canada. Scott, great to have you with us.
Hi, how are you, Amanda?
I'm well. I'm worried, though, about the number of us who have gotten into a form of borrowing over time with low rates kind of goading us on, and now rates go the other way. Are you concerned about the riskiness of things like home equity loans or those installment plans that are just coming to Canada? They're relatively new.
Yeah, I certainly am. I mean, there's so many new forms of credit available to Canadians, and it's resulting in Canadians taking on exorbitant amount of debts. And I don't know, according to StatsCan, we have the highest debt levels ever, $2.5 trillion in outstanding debt. It happens in many forms and different pricing, but at the end, it's usually coming down to a home consolidation, which is probably the cheapest form of consumer debt out there.
What types of data have emerged recently to enable the personal loan business to grow, and how you guys, do things maybe in a unique way at Loans Canada?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's been a real explosion of tools available. I mean, companies like Flinks, as an example, are able to pull your bank data so the customer can sign in with the lender, and the lender is asking the client to agree that their bank data is being shared with them, and they do. And instantly the lender has full access to your bank account, and he's able to see what other loans you have, your spending habits, how much is in your account.
You got to understand that a personal loan is a fairly new thing in Canada. Banks generally don't do those type of loans, and only in the past 8 years have companies come out there and been able to provide an unsecured loan quickly and efficiently to people in the prime and even subprime credit spectrum. So it's a new thing in Canada, and you got to understand, generally a personal loan is supposed to be a short-term instrument to help you out with unforeseen expenses, medical issues, loss of job, transition. It's not supposed to be a long-term thing, and the reason I'm saying that is because a guy who's properly budgeting himself shouldn't really get into those jackpots that he needs more financing.
From the get-go, how did a CFO exiting a company decide to launch a website, a tech startup essentially?
Sure. It's actually a bit of a story. I was acting as CFO for a medical startup company after. Was not excited about the company, but my friends were involved and guys that I liked. And the guy next to me was in search engine. And he was telling me, listen, I have this website, Mortgages Canada. Mortgages Canada, maybe you want to buy it. Show me applications coming in. I knew the bit about the fintech space. I thought it was a future. There was LendingTree in its infancy in the US. And I bought it. And then from there, it was just, getting into the right product, a big pivot, which was huge, to pivot into personal loans. Sure. I mean, when I started personal loans, people didn't want to issue a personal loan in Canada.